looking at the situation of the school, we seem to think that the school is doing well. Are we in order?
Well, the parents are struggling. Since the creation of the school, all these structures have been put by the parents, the PTA and the school. But so far, the government has not yet constructed anything here yet. What the government is doing now is only sending a few teachers. But even then, we don't have enough teachers.
So, if I may ask, what are those facilities that infrastructural and technical facilities that you lack here?
We lack classrooms because the population is there, quite all right. We have ABC in Form 1, ABC in Form 2, but Form 3 we have to congest the 3 classes to 2 because we lack classrooms, and same in Form 4, and Form 5 is even 1 because of shortage of classrooms since they are the only parents who are struggling to build.
Okay.
Then we don't have a library. We have to convert some of the classrooms into a temporary library and another classroom into a temporary computer lab.
Okay.
So for sciences, there's virtually nothing because there's no place even to buy a test tube and food.
So from what you are saying means the student who will compete with other schools with facilities really go to exams?
Yes, they go through the school without knowing what a test tube is because the facilities are not there. Okay. Those who go and do science, they only go to high school to learn what a test tube is.
Okay. What about other facilities like the toilets, water, electricity?
We have, personally, it's under the PTA that has brought in water and electricity in the campus. But for toilets, we have pit toilets. Under pit toilets, we don't have water system toilets because they cannot afford to do those.
But as for the buildings, it's only our parents who are struggling to build the classes. So as a science student, we don't have a science laboratory. And I would like to be a medical doctor and I would like to continue my high school here, but we have no science laboratory.
Ah, too bad. So all what I see here is done by your parents, which means you people have been really squeezing your parents dry.
That is very true because all the buildings and the benches are raised up by PTM. We have no government class, no. Only a few benches that the government sends to us here, and all the classes are built by our parents. So
yeah, given that all these problems you have enumerated, if you were to place them in order of priority, which will you start with? Which would you expect to have first before the other?
As we already have few classes to sit in, I prefer we should have a science laboratory and some, at least as for toilets around here, we don't have good urinals. They are only built with elephant stalks and all the like, so there is no privacy for girls.
Yeah, thanks very much. It was nice talking to you.
From time to time, our football team does well in the national FENASCO, which means that we had the infrastructure. We can really develop our children to use their God-given talents to really help themselves and help the village.
Okay, you talk about a computer. How do they go about it?
Yeah, it sounds like a nightmare, but as I said, we struggle to do the minimum possible. Through the PTA and the Village Development Union, we have been struggling to no avail to help the situation. So all we have managed is to get a computer teacher to be doing theory with the children. And then we struggle to see to it that throughout in the course of the year, at least a student should sit on the computer once just to master the parts.
And we understand that there is no science laboratory here, so and the children need to face other students, especially in public exams. How do they cope?
It is really difficult But I can really congratulate those fellows because sometimes we are even surprised. But from time to time, maybe we just beg a bit from some schools just to come and demonstrate, but it's usually very difficult. So there's really a very big problem for the science students in this place because they have nothing in form of equipment, no building even to put any equipment there, because we are only been struggling on the classrooms, and since they are not yet enough, and the science laboratories are usually expensive, we have not thought of initiating that one yet, but we badly need it.
So thank you. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you.
I am Fund Trustee of Education Foundation.
Welcome. I am Mrs. Littina, the Vice President and PTA President.
Okay. Yeah, Madam, we want to find out from you, as a PTA President, what are some of those problems you face in the management of the school?
The school, as you see the buildings, they are all constructed by the PTA. Government gave us the school. We are struggling to put the buildings. We even employ teachers. Like last year, we have to pay about 11 teachers. Then the issue of computer came in. It was still the PTA who had to struggle to buy some few computers for the children, because the children were living here and going over to Toby. So we saw that it was very dangerous for our children crossing the road, and there will be no security. The discipline is difficult too. So the interest we have for the children, for their education, need us to be strong.